Okay, so today we're going to talk about the concept of my limbs are not friends with each other. What this means is that your two legs and your two hands are not working well with each other. Are you striking the drums at the same exact time as each other, or is there a little bit of a flam between those strikes? Both are sometimes needed. So the training has to be mostly, I would say, for me at least, on playing things at exactly the same time. Drums are at different heights, different tensions on your feet. The hi-hat goes this high, the bass drum pedal goes back this far. So I have to learn how to time it so that I can play them at the same exact time. And that's where the feel comes into play. Now, here's the thing. You don't always have to be perfect, but in the studio, the highest form of compliment when someone says, man, your drums are really, locked in, okay? What that means is this. When I'm playing a groove, now I purposely did a fill like that because I wanted to demonstrate that when you hit them together, it can be powerful at the same exact time. I actually don't know if they were perfect. I'd have to go and look. My ear says they're perfect, but I don't necessarily know until I go and see. And that's the other thing. If they're not perfect, does it feel good? If the answer is yes, then that's fine. But if the answer is no, or if you're listening to yourself recorded back and you're just like, man, my drums sound like garbage, it probably has a lot to do with, this and many other things. Your timing might not be right. But oftentimes when a lot of drummers try to do big time, tom-tom grooves. When they do that, sometimes something is not working together. It might be the bass drum. I'm trying my hardest to mess up. But the idea is that, this is your bass drum beat. If that's your bass drum beat, everything else has to kind of follow that. When I said together, I didn't hit it together. Anyway, get the idea. Now, how to work on this? Simple exercise. It's just actually playing your four limbs at the same time, very slow. And then go faster over time. Before you do that, you can always go back and reference your recording, the sound waves, so that you can see where things are starting. And then you can maybe see which limb is the culprit, okay? I kind of have a feeling that my hi-hat foot is always behind my bass drum. So when I'm accents are often a way of changing your muscle practice so that when you're doing something, when you go to that accent, it can surprise your body a little bit, and the timing of it might be off because you're trying to hit something hard. So it is a valuable exercise just to kind of sit there and do something very simple, and to make it slightly more complex, actually a lot more complex, is to add something on top of that. So if I'm doing soft eighth notes, It's hard because the recovery is challenging, getting soft again after the accent. Getting back down is very hard to do, and in a controlled way.